this is Monica with Romoplans, and today I'm going to be comparing the Plum Paper monthly planner with my Erin Condren monthly planner and talk about some of the similarities and differences in the two planners. If you are looking for a monthly planner or you are just wondering what the differences are, definitely stick around as we go through it. So this is my new A5 monthly planner from Plum Paper. I do have a video unboxing and going through this planner specifically that I will go ahead and link for you. I do love this planner already. This is my first Plum Paper planner. And so if you're not familiar with Plum Paper, they have tons of customizations that you can do, from the layout to personalizing it in the planner to your holidays and things like that I talk a little bit more about in the video where I'm going through this planner. So definitely check that out. So the first thing that I do want to just talk about is if you're looking at the difference from an A5 to from a 7x9, because Plum Paper, they do have A5, 7x9, and 8.5 by 11. I just happened to get the A5 version. So the A5 version, it does, the coil doesn't go right up to the coil of the 7x9, and then it is about that much taller. And as far as thickness, I think the Erin Condren is a little bit thicker than the Plum Paper. So that's just differences in sizing. Another difference is where Erin Condren, their default coil color is platinum, which is what this core color is. But you can upgrade to gold, rose gold, or black, whereas Plum Paper, you cannot upgrade the coil color. With both of them, you can customize your cover, and you can put your name on it, things like that. So they do both have options where you can get customized covers. The Plum Paper does have this clear part over it. Another difference is with the Erin Condren, the inside cover is functional, so you can get a wet erase marker and you can write on this. And I really like having this cover, especially for my budget planner that I'm using my Erin Condren for. I put my bill due dates on here and I write them in permanent marker. And then if I need to remove something or edit something, I can get that off. I actually just color it with a dry erase marker and then it wipes off. But you can also use wet erase markers on here. But since I use it for bill due dates, that's a little bit more permanent. I go ahead and use just permanent marker. So they both have this cover page, kind of like this planner belongs to page. And then the Plum Paper goes straight into the year at a glance. So you can see that this has the 2021 year at a glance. And I will say that with the A5, you just have the colorful version. With the 7x9, you actually have 3 color options: the colorful, the neutral, and then their new modern design. And then the 8.5 by 11, I think, has both, but I'm not 100% sure. So with the Plum Paper, you go into the year at a glance. With Erin Condren, you have these quote pages, and then you go into the year at a glance. So, and this is actually for 18 months, whereas this is a true 12-month year at a glance. The next page are these 12 boxes for Erin Condren. So you can label these with the month. You can label these, people have done like different goals that they have. They've done like places in their house where they are doing repairs, or they want to remember to do certain things in the house throughout the year. So you get that 12 boxes page. With the Plum paper, you do get a 12 boxes page with the months. It already has the months labeled for you, but you also get an additional 12 boxes page where these are unlabeled. So if you have something that you want to keep track like for yearly, then you can do that. And then also if you have something that you just want to keep track of that's not pertaining to a certain month of the year, then you have this as well. And when you turn the page with the Plum paper, you go into this blank notes page and then your January divider. And all of the dividers are this very simple. They just have the color with the month on here. And then when you turn the page with the Erin Condren, you have this line notes page, and then your divider, it has the quote, the month, and then also the layers theme. And then your Erin Condren goes straight into the monthly view, and your sidebar is on this side. Whereas with the Plum paper, your divider goes into your monthly highlights and another notes page. So you have like this that you can use for the 3 goals or priorities for the month. You have a spot for birthdays, events, things to remember, and then 2 with a blank. But you can always put stickers on here to relabel these if these specific categories aren't what you're looking for. And then this lined page is lined, and then you go into your monthly view. One thing with Plum paper is you can customize your holidays, so you can select your country holidays and even your religion holidays, but then you can also go in there and remove certain holidays. So if there are certain holidays that you don't really care about having on your monthly planner, you can remove those. You can also add in custom holidays, birthdays, anniversaries in your planner, so you have those for you. Whereas Erin Condren just has the normal holidays. So like, whereas I just did the US holidays in my Plum paper, so it has New Year's and MLK, whereas in the Erin Condren, it has New Year's and Kwanzaa ends, and then the MLK. This has a mini month on the monthly view, whereas the Erin Condren does not. And in the Erin Condren dashboard page, you do get this lined notes page, and then you get a spot for goals. And then they did not, so this year they took the labels off of these. So it's just very blank, very neutral for you to be able to do whatever you want to do with them. And then you go into the notes pages. So one thing is that the Plum paper, it does have the month at the top of the pages that come in with the planner. So you do have that. So if you didn't want to use that, then you would just need like some washi to cover that up, but it does have the month at the top of the page. Whereas this year, the Erin Condren monthly pages, they are blank. So with the Erin Condren, you get a note page here, a note page here, and then you get 2, 4, 6, 8. So you get 10 pages in all for the Erin Condren planner. So with the Plum paper planner, you get this notes page, then you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. So you get 12 notes pages in your Plum paper. So then this notes page is technically to go with this upcoming month. Now, one thing that you can do is if you wanted to do something different with this page and where it does not go to January, you can actually, instead of using this page here, you can use this page. And then that way everything after January goes with January. That is what I'm going to be planning on doing with my budget planner. The only difference with that is when you get to December, I think you lose a page. So if you use this one for November, then you have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So then you lose that page in December. So that is another option for you. because I know some people, they just like for the notes pages to be behind the divider. So when they turn this divider, everything there is for February, is for the month, and they don't have to turn back. So as you go through, and this is the neutral version of this planner, they do have a colorful option. So as you go through, each of the dividers has the layers design and a quote. So you can kind of see that. But then they all have like their accent color, even with the neutral version. So this one, the accent color is blue. The divider for May, then it goes into peach, and then a darker blue, and then kind of like a grayish lilac color, and then the lighter blue, and it just repeats there. And those are just all the dividers for the Erin Condren. So then with the Plum paper, all the dividers, they're just very simple, and then you have the color schemes. You have the dark purple, light purple, a light peach, like a dark peach, almost going into the coral kind of like. And then you have kind of orange, a darker green, a lighter green, kind of like a sea foam, a light teal. I think this one's probably my favorite. Like September to November, I think, are my favorite. And then dark teal, and then almost like a periwinkle. So then with the Plum paper, you come into your add-on sections. Now with Plum paper, you can add on a lot of stuff, and you can either decide to add it on in a tab section like this, or you can add it on in between the pages in the month. So this typically comes with 2 dot grid pages here. It comes with 2 dot grid pages, but I added on 10 more, and that is 10, like this is 1 page. So 1 page on the website is 2 pages in the planner. It's front and back. So just keep that in mind when you're adding on pages, that when it says 10 pages, that's actually 20 pages in the planner, because they're doing front and back. So you can add that. They have stuff for home and budgeting and just tons of things you can do with either tabbed or in the month. It does come with 2 dot grid pages if you don't do any add-ons. And then you have this contacts page that comes with all the planners, passwords page, your 2022 year at a glance, and a folder, and then the end of your planner. With the Erin Condren planner, once you end December, you go into this 2022 year at a glance, and this is a 2-page spread. It does have spots here under every month, which is really nice for future planning. So if you if you know that in July of 2022 you're gonna go on vacation, you can go ahead and put that down. Or if someone's getting married, or just different events that come up, you can do that, and it has these notes, these lines for notes that you can do as well. So it's really nice for future planning, and gives you a spot to really put future events that come up that you want to make sure that you take into consideration when you're setting up your 2022 planner. Then it has this quotes page. Now, the notes pages for the Erin Condren Monthly, they do not have them in the back of the planner anymore. So what they did was they took the pages that used to come in the back of the planner, and they dispersed them within the month, and that is why we got extra pages for this year. But you can add 40 or 80, I think it's 40 or 80 pages in the back of the month. So you so I did add pages. I did add pages in the back of the month, so that is why I have this tab notes section. But if you just order it outright, then it will not come with these. You need to add that. And then also the Erin Condren planner comes with 2 pages of these stickers, and the colorful version will have colorful sticker. So it kind of goes with the color scheme of the planner. So these are this color because I got the neutral. And then you have this folder in the back. And then you have, and it has 2 pockets, one on the front and one on the back. And then you have the back cover that you can write on with permanent or wet erase markers. So that is the 2 monthly planners. Both of them have a lot of good merits. One thing I did want to mention is that the paper in these are very different. So the Erin Condren, it's a very thick paper. I love the Erin Condren paper, but it does have a kind of grit to it, and it's not like super smooth. Whereas the Plum paper planner, it is, I mean, it's pretty thick, but it's super smooth paper. So it's not going to have that grit that if you're used to an Erin Condren. So that is one big difference with the paper there. I like both of these planners. I am using both of these planners in different ways. This one I'm using for my budget, and this one I'm using for all things romoplans. So that's going to include Instagram, YouTube, my Etsy shop, just planning it on like a monthly basis, and kind of like a brain dumping, and just making sure that nothing is falling through the cracks with that. So definitely love both of these planners. Can't wait to start using them and setting them up. But let me know down in the comments which one you like better. With Plum paper, you do get a little bit more pages, but you do get the different coral options with the Erin Condren. I do love, like, one thing that brought me to Plum paper for this one is that the size of it is the A5 size. And I knew that I didn't need a 7x9. Both of these are great options, I believe, if you're looking for a planner that has the monthly view and notes pages within the month. And then also if you want to add pages in the back, you can do that as well. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. I hope y'all have a great day.